Dear Lionsgate, you day and date release Megalopolis, and yet you delayed this film by almost 3.5 years? Or 2.5, whatever, 3 years? We need to have a chat, Mr. Lionsgate. For shame, sir. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie. This has been sitting in my watch list almost as long as I've had a freaking letterbox, which is like half a decade almost now. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raised on Popcorn with Grant, everybody. And today we're talking about a movie. Movies and TV is what we do here, and it's early review time. Unless you live in a lot of areas outside of the United States, in which you saw this almost a year ago. But here in the States, it is, in some other territories, it is early review time. Thanks to AMC's Green on the Scene. And yeah, that movie is Whitebird. Whitebird is a sequel of sorts to the 2017 film Wonder, which I absolutely loved. It made my 2017 best of list, my personal best of list, because I was not doing this in a professional sense beforehand, but I loved Wonder. It was a real pleasant surprise, because I went into that film thinking, oh, it looks kind of modeling, and it surprised me. And now we have a sequel, which also I saw the trailers for. I'm like, oh, it looks awfully modeling. It surprised me. So yeah, Whitebird is directed by Mark Forrester, who also did Finding Neverland and more recently A Man Called Otto. I'm pretty sure he shot it after this. This has been on a shelf for so long. And is written by Mark Baumbach. So good credentials from everyone involved. So now we are here with this film. And what is Whitebird about? Well, it picks up a few years after the events of Wonder, and the sole returning actor in the film is Bryce Geiser. He plays Julian, the school bully from Wonder. He's in high school now at a private school. He had to go to a different middle school. He was kicked out for the bullying behavior he inflicted on Augie Pullman. And feeling shame about that, he wants to kind of keep his head down, keep quiet, not make any waves. His parents, who were shown, especially the mother in the previous film, to not be very, good people, are off gallivanting somewhere else. And so Julian is staying with his French grandmother. She is played by Helen Mirren. And he informs her, yeah, I'm not going to make a lot of waves. She tells him, like, look, you bullied that little boy. You made his life a living hell, and now you want to not make waves. I'm going to tell you a story about my girlhood. And that's what she does. And that girlhood was in the 1940s. And yeah, wouldn't you know it, dear old grandma who's known as Grandma now, but was known then, and still to people outside of Julian, was Sarah Bloom. She is played as a younger woman by Ariella Glaser, who is a standout as a young actress. And she's a Jewish girl living in the 1940s, which is not a good time to live in if you were Jewish, unfortunately, historically. And the Nazi occupation takes hold. And very, very soon, a person she ended up joining in making fun of at first, a fellow also named Julian, Julian Buelmier, played by Orlando Schwerdet? Hope I'm saying that name correctly. Who also is quite good. Who's not Jewish, but is suffering from polio. He is disabled from polio and has to walk with a crutch. And she takes part in jeering him, but when he takes her to safety with his family very, very soon, and they hide out for almost a whole year, and sparks begin to fly between these two young people. But of course, young love cannot withstand the evils of the world, and very soon will their love survive, and what will also become of present-day grandson Julian after hearing his grandmother's life-changing story. And yeah, let the tears flow. It's one of those movies. Yeah. So Whitebird is is great. Yeah, I love this movie. I love this movie for a lot of the same reasons I loved its predecessor, which is interesting because it's a very different film. It is almost a completely different genre of film, quite frankly. Like, the fact that you get so invested in the story, you actually forget you could argue that's a flaw. You forget the Wonder connection because you're so invested in the backstory. That's the majority of this film. And so because of that, Helen Mirren is not in the film very much, but she makes an impression, of course, because she's Helen Mirren. All she has to do, look, she made Collateral Beauty and Shazam 2 seem tolerable when she was on screen. She's a miracle worker. she's always great. But the thing is that we really focus on these two young leads, and they're really, really good. And you really care about their relationship, and you really care about their friendship that becomes something more. You care about them surviving against the ills of the world, and when, I don't think it's a spoiler to say this, tragedy strikes, because inevitably it will in this kind of film, you don't only care, it earns your heartstrings. It earns the tugs at the heartstrings. You cry. And you cry because you've come to love these characters. Because, like Wonder, which I also cried buckets at, the movie is more intelligent than it seems from its advertising, its poster, because it's really more about the characters themselves and the world that surrounds them than it is about cliches and maudlinness. And that's what I liked about this in connection to the first one, is that that's what the first one was. Is the first one took the story of this kid who had facial differences, and it colored the world around him. It starts being about him, but then it backtracks and shows the same events from the point of view of other people in his orbit, and then other people in the other people's orbit. And it creates this sort of mosaic of people in this young man's life. This doesn't have that kind of structure, but it has the same kind of feeling of letting characters develop themselves, watching it play out, and doing it in an unforced way. And by that, I mean putting scenes out of context in the trailer to make the movie look way more sappy than it is. This is a really good movie. This is really well done. And the fact that it's been postponed and I don't know if it was recut or not. I don't think so, but like the fact that this was left on a shelf gathering dust for at least 2 years, maybe longer, kind of bums me out, because this is a really good movie. And considering all the other movies Lionsgate has put out this year that are, tied, I guess, to IP or to the famous filmmakers in the case of Megalopolis, this movie's so good. It's tied to an IP, but it's so good. But at the same time, it's small. Much like Wonder was. It's small. It has it's not a blockbustery movie. But that doesn't mean it deserved to just kind of fall by the wayside. I felt like that kind of miffed me a little bit. But yeah, I loved Whitebird. I thought this was a really wonderful story. Very well told. Moving. Terrific. We have another winner, folks. It's a rare sequel that honors its first one and expands on it in ways that completely make sense and are completely moving. So yeah, I'm going to give Whitebird, yeah, you see it, dang, 5 out of 5 stars plus. This is a really good sequel to Wonder. It is also really good as a standalone effort. Here's the other thing. You don't have to have seen Wonder to watch this movie as it is. The connection is minimal at best, but it works. And yeah, I love this film. And yeah, go see Whitebird. It opens on Friday. It's really, really good. So yeah, that's it. 5 out of 5 stars plus for Whitebird. Let's close the book on it. Trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. Conclave. Talked about it. Looks good. The Unbreakable Boy. Wasn't this movie also supposed to come out like 2 years ago? I feel like we talked about trailer trash for this movie back in like the first year we were doing this, like back in 2021. I'm pretty sure I first got the trailer for this in front of the Jesus music. I'm almost certain, or American Underdog. Like, I really do think it was that long ago. And apparently they still don't have a release date, but no. I'm actually kind of losing love for Zachary Levi because of recent events, sadly. So I'm not, hopefully that'll be better than it looks. Also, just represent autistic people better in movies. Here, talked about it looks good. Exhibiting Forgiveness, talked about it looks good. The Best Christmas Pageant Ever, talked about it looks good. Was there shawarma? There is a little image, like tribute thing after the credits. It's not like a scene, but it's a nice little capper on the film. So yeah, it's worth sticking around for. All right, that is it. We will be back tomorrow for a review of Resball. Then also coming up this week, we have reviews coming up on the docket for Scary Girl, which apparently is based on a video game. I found out. Okay, cool. Joker, Filet Adieu. The Outrun. What else we got? Monster Summer. The 50th anniversary release of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. VHS Beyond. It's What's Inside. Look Back. Hold Your Breath. Salem's Lot. Got a lot of movies this week. House of Spoils. Is that all? Oh, we have another Screen Unseen. And Hellboy the Crooked Man. So yeah, that's all coming up. And that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Love you all, classes missed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. Leave a comment. Even if it's, hey, Grant, I like waffles. C-Y. Okay. Don't know what that means, friend, but cool. Yeah. So, where was I? Oh, yes. So, yeah, that'll be next time, and until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Love you all, classes missed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. Leave a comment. Even if it's, hey, Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can find me on all my social media. I'm on literally everything, either Raised on Popcorn with Grant or Raised on Popcorn. Take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important, and I want to know down below, what did you think of Whitebird? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below, let me know. And until we meet again, we're all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone. See you around. Bye.